Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. And welcome to Monday morning. It is the start of a brand new week. We have the privilege of stepping into a new week, looking into the week ahead, trying to just get our minds clear around what we'd like this week to look like. This week, we don't have just one teacher, but a whole bunch of beautiful wisdom to start our day with. Somebody, good morning. Stefan, good morning. Anthony, good morning. Happy Monday to you all. It's lovely seeing you here. The message of today's meditation might be a little bit confusing at first, because it sounds something like, perhaps you're trying too hard. Honey, good morning. Happy Monday. Always love seeing you pop in. So we're starting with a thought from Aldous Huxley. Aldous Huxley says, "It is dark because you are trying too hard. Lightly, child, lightly," he says. "Learn to do everything lightly." Yes, feel lightly, even though you are feeling deeply also. Just lightly let things happen and lightly cope with them. He says, "I was so preposterously serious in those days. Lightly, lightly, this is the best advice ever given me. So throw away your baggage and go forward. There are quicksands all about you, sucking at your feet, trying to suck you down into fear and self-pity and despair. That is why you must walk so lightly. Lightly, my darling," says Aldous Huxley. It is very likely that we are all doing our best right now. Without realizing, doing our best often becomes trying really hard though. Hey Charlene, good morning, happy Monday. And from trying really hard, it's just a short step away from trying way too hard. So what's wrong with trying too hard? The thing is, there's just no space in trying too hard. It is a tight, constricted place of desperation with no room to breathe, and it doesn't allow you to take a step back and see with clarity what might be working for you and what could perhaps do with a new approach. Have you ever been given the advice not to try too hard before? Because it feels like we usually hear the opposite, just try harder. This is certainly not a new thought, but perhaps some of us missed out on this teaching in our own youth. I can assure you that I could fill up pages with advice that goes along these lines, but to keep it short, I'll give you just a few more. Lao Tzu said, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything gets accomplished." Malcolm Forbes says, "How to succeed." I like these two. On the one side, how to succeed, try hard enough. How to fail, try too hard. What a fine balance to keep. How to succeed, try hard enough. But how to fail, try too hard. Rodney Cowell says, "Try, but don't try too hard. Just try hard enough and things will go better." And Benjamin Hoff says, "And when you try too hard, it doesn't work. Try grabbing something quickly and precisely with a tensed up arm, and then relax your arm and try it again. Try doing something with a tense mind and see how much harder it is to think. The surest way to become tense, awkward, and confused is to develop a mind that tries too hard, a mind that thinks too much." It's a balance that we only find through experience. You can do your best without trying so damn hard. This is our meditation this morning as we look into the week ahead. Can we adopt this idea? And this is a difficult balance to find. As we embark on a new week, can we do our best without trying too damn hard. If you're ready, let's slip in. You can close your eyes and let's float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. Every time you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Feel into the ease with which you are breathing right now. Nothing is being pushed or stretched or forced yet. You're doing something incredibly productive by taking your body by the hand, sitting it down, and saying, "Body, this is how I want us to do this." Gently, gently. You are teaching your body right now. You are teaching your body to just take one step at a time. And often this is how we get through anything. one small step at a time, or even just one breath at a time. Right in this moment, you are teaching your body we can't focus on everything all at once. So let's put all of the excess things down and just bring our focus to what is in front of us right now. We'll take one breath at a time and slowly work our way through this. We sometimes get confused between trying really hard and just doing our best. And I'd love to suggest the 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. He has a beautiful chapter in there. One of the agreements is always do your best. And he does a good job of explaining the difference. How trying too damn hard gets us caught in a trap, while doing our best has a softer approach, a much more practical approach. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch and adjust and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. And roll out your neck muscles going forward and to the left, and also forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. You can lean your upper body over to the left, and then also lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much As we're able to do that, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel how your shoulders are slowly falling. Feel how your body is slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, see yourself standing at the start of a new week. Your toes are sticking over the edge and you are ready to dive in. Take your next big breath. We'll take this opportunity at the start of a new week to look into the week ahead and create some clarity in our minds about the week that lies ahead. Let's first remind ourselves of what is known about the week ahead, what is already in the calendar. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, walk yourself through the next week. Take a stroll through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and remind yourself of some of the things you need to get done this week, some of the people you need to see this week, perhaps some of the places that you need to go this week. Take a moment to create clarity around the week ahead. Take your next big breath. What are you creating this week? I always enjoy this question. I enjoy asking myself this question. What am I creating this week? And it could be the very tangible goals that we sometimes have. It could be a project that needs to be finished, a body of work that we need to get done. But we have to remember that not everything we create looks like a body of physical work we can point to. Everything we do is an act of creation. The words we speak, the people we deal with, so if you're unsure, if it's not clear to you what it is that you're creating this week, perhaps ask yourself the question, what am I creating this week? And see what rises for you. Take your next big breath. Take a moment to transport yourself to the end of the next week, into the weekend, and looking back When you find yourself at the end of this week, what are the things you'd like to look back on and say, I got this done, I got that done. Perhaps I got started on this one, or I made progress on that one. If you had a checklist for the end of the next week, what would that look like? What would you like to check off your list? Take your next big breath. We'll return to the central message for our meditation today. Don't try too damn hard. And the idea that there's a difference between doing our best and trying too hard. Let's explore this. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, ask yourself the question, in my own life, what does trying too hard look like? When, where am I trying too hard? And what does doing my best look like? Am I able to draw a distinction between these two for myself? So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, what is the difference between doing your best and trying too hard? Take your next big breath. I'd like you to look back and find some examples in your past. Let's start with just doing your best. Can you find examples, looking back in your life, of times or time periods where you could show up, do your best, and it felt like things were working relatively well? You'd put in a good day's work or efforts and feel like it pays off. So with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, ask for an example of a time where you were just doing your best and it felt like things were okay. Take your next big breath. And then asking for another example. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, can you come up with an example of a time where you really were trying so hard, where there wasn't even time to stop for a breath, or it didn't feel like that anyway? It feels like everything's a fight, everything's a battle, and nothing really works. Do you have an example that you can clearly see where you were trying too damn hard? Take your next big breath. We're not all the same. We don't all have the same capacity all the time. So doing our best would look different for each of us. And Don Miguel Ruiz reminds us in the Four Agreements that doing your best doesn't even look the same every day. It changes from one day to the next. Some days we have the capacity and we should push ourselves harder. But then on other days, we should realize that we need a bit more rest and take our foot off the accelerator. There's no one rule for determining this. We can only feel and adjust, and feel and adjust. But if it feels like you never have time to stop, to take a few big breaths, if it feels like the water is always muddy and you can never ever see where to place your next foot, then you might be trying too damn hard. It might be time to stop for a few breaths. It might be time to stop splashing in the pond and get out and wait for the water to settle. Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a long, long, slow exhale. Take a deep deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every fiber of your being. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you from this morning's message again. From Aldous Huxley. He says, "It is dark because you are trying too hard. Lightly, child, lightly. Learn to do everything lightly. Yes, feel lightly, even though you are feeling deeply. Just lightly let things happen and lightly cope with them." I was so preposterously serious in those days. Lightly, it's the best advice ever given me. So throw away your baggage and go forward. There are quicksands all about you, sucking at your feet, trying to suck you down into fear, into self-pity, and into despair. That is why you must walk so lightly. Lightly, my darling, lightly. Lao Tzu says, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything gets done." Malcolm Forbes says, "How do you succeed? You try hard enough. How do you fail? By trying too hard." Rodney Cowell says, "Try, but don't try too hard. Just try hard enough, and things will go better." And then Benjamin Hoff, I'll shorten it a little bit. He says, "When you try too hard, it doesn't work. The surest way to become tense, awkward, and confused is to develop a mind that tries too hard, a mind that thinks too much." As we look into the week ahead, can we take this thought with us? I am doing my best. I will always do my best. But I won't fall into the trap of trying too hard. So my ask is, please help me do my best this week. And please show me when I'm trying too hard. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say your own. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for the privilege of standing at the start of a brand new week. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for a moment to look into the week ahead and create in my mind some clarity. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the reminder to always do my best, but that there is a difference between doing my best and just trying too damn hard. Take a deep breath in. And thank you for the reminder that if I'm not stopping to breathe, if it feels like my pond is so muddy that I can't see where to place another step, then perhaps I'm trying too hard. Perhaps then dialing it back just a bit is the right thing to do. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for jumping into the week along with us. Sometimes it feels like a difficult balance, and sometimes it feels like it's easy to find it. Thank you, Colette. Isn't that beautiful? Walk lightly, one step at a time, not trying too hard. Thanks, Anne-Marie. Thanks, Hadla, for popping in today. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Stefan and Sunmarie and Charlene. Have a beautiful week. See if you can find that balance this week. Are you able to do your best without falling into the trap of trying too damn hard? Lots of love to you all. Have a great Monday. Ciao.